Good morning, my name is Eugene Bryce of Bryce Energy Services, and today I'd like to give a short presentation on whether it's time to mandate net zero champions in business, similar to first aiders and fire marshals. Do we need a net zero champion? So currently, mandated roles in a business, or certainly best practice roles in a business, you'd be in trouble if you didn't have them, fire marshals and first aiders, typically recommended 1 per 50, but in practice most businesses probably have 1 in 25, depending on the nature of the business, call center or engineering factory or high risk of fire, etc. So these would be well understood in a business, that your fire marshal is 1 per floor and your first aider is, sometimes it's the same person, but certainly you would identify them by name and in some cases have a nice photograph of the individual. So similar to these two roles, I would like businesses to adopt a net zero champion as a named individual per 25 head of staff. Now, some businesses do have what called green teams or sustainability teams, or some group within a business that addresses a broader picture. But I think a net zero champion is now required in order to drive the targets of net zero by 2050 and to give that focus within a business. So there are other sustainable goals, most notably the UN Sustainable Development Goals. If you're not familiar with, there are 17, and I'll leave them for you to read. But climate action is number 13. So of all the sustainable goals, the carbon zero agenda is a subset and is, well, one of 13. But when reading the sustainable goals or understanding the sustainability goals, for example, number 7, affordable clean energy, 9, innovation, infrastructure, then 14, 15, life, both underwater and on land, 11, sustainable cities and communities. You can see there's quite a link between these sustainable development goals. So business management systems, a number of businesses would also be operating ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and strongly recommend ISO 50001, the energy management system. These would also form part of the roles and responsibilities of our net zero champion, but the focus is on the net zero part of it. These would also feed into businesses' reporting obligations for SECR, Streamlined Energy and Carbon Reporting, and also ESOS, Energy Savings Opportunity Scheme. So what would be the responsibilities for our net zero champion? Genuine enthusiasm for net zero, point of contact, understanding of where carbon is actually emitted from the business, communicates net zero activities, feedback all comments from staff, undertake regular inspection of net zero measures. Is the business doing what it says it's doing? Communicates actual numbers and targets. Induction of all staff in the net zero business policy and procedures. And finally, support for ISO 14001 and ISO 50001. So It's a part of a bigger picture, but focused on net zero. And I would encourage all businesses to define their net zero champion. If it's a part of a green team or a broader team, that the role is focused on net zero, and whilst it feeds into the other sustainability goals, it has to be a focus net zero. So I hope you enjoyed that very short presentation. It was just to put across the idea of net zero and a carbon champion. So if you want to get in touch with us, feel free to drop an email to info@bryceenergyservices.com, or feel free to follow, subscribe, or simply lurk on Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And on YouTube, you'll find our YouTube channel and a number of other training videos on energy efficiency and carbon management. So thank you for your attention, and enjoy your day.